everybody? How y'all doing? Happy Labor Day weekend. Yeah, today is the first time that I've had a chance to take this thing out since I've been back from Sturgis. Okay, that's not exactly true. Yeah, I've had time before, but today is really the first time where everything more or less worked out, where this morning I don't have anything to do. So I think today we're going to do some a little Sturgis recap, because why not, at least to start. I've got like probably 3.5 hours I can mess around with. First stop's going to be to the new, I should say reopened Golden Corral to feed the fat guy, because, you know, fat guy at a buffet makes me happy. So, like I said, we'll do some Sturgis recap. Things that I screwed up. I really need to. I really need to do more recording other than writing when I'm in and around there. Like, use my phone when I'm around Black Hills Harley to get some pictures and recording of the cool stuff you see, and you know, hanging out around the ship and other campgrounds and whatnot. Yeah, that's a bad use of bad. Other things that I really need to do is I need to start you know, I like the way I kind of, you know, yeah, I didn't go to the chip every night. I think, and speaking of which, passes for the chip go on sale on the 10th now. I thought originally it was supposed to go on sale the 5th. They moved it back a week. But so, pro tip: if you're gonna go, buy your passes now. Buy your chip pass now, because they won't be as cheap as they are going to be right now. Later. You know, the first couple weeks when they're on sale is when they are always the cheapest. Being the 85th, I think the chip will probably be pretty aggressive, like they were last year in raising the prices. Because, you know, last year they went on sale, and for the first 2 weeks, a month, something like that, they were. I think the 8-day or 9-day pass they call the extended, which for some reason doesn't even include the opening official day of the rally, that Friday, which is, to me, stupid. It's a way they can get an extra, you know, $60 out of you, which is, you know, hey Woody, what's up with this crap? So yeah, buy the passes now, because my guess is they'll probably, for the 2-week pass, go on sale at somewhere between $350 and $400. But if you wait till, you know, the middle of October, they'll probably go up to around, you know, $475, $500, something like that. I was surprised the RV spaces last year got jacked way up, because last year the RV sites for like the 40-foot back-in sites, like what I had 2 years ago, or, you know, not 2 years ago, but, you know, for 23. I say 2 years ago because, well, the rally this year's over, so it's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, but what I had for the rally in 23, it went on sale at like $475. And then not long after that, you know, when I was ready to book in the middle of October, or maybe it was the end of December, whatever it was, don't matter. When they went on sale, 40. And at that point, it's like, well, if the site's going to be the same price as the Pony that has full hookups, and then you're going to spend another, let's call it $100.50 to get 3 to 4 pump outs, it's like, do you really want to mess with not having sewer? I don't think so. That's why I said, you know what, the hell with it. Pony's got openings. I'm going to stay at the Pony. And I'm glad I did. It was a great time. And I'm staying there again this year. Other things I would have liked to do that I just didn't. Stay at... I didn't get a chance to spend a night downtown. I think that's next year. One thing I'm going to do at least once is spend an evening downtown. I only went to the Chip 3 nights, which was kind of, I got my money out of the pass, but it was kind of like, well, do you need it? So what I might do this year again is, depending on what the cost is for the 2-week versus the extended, I might either buy the full 2-week pass, or buy the 8-day for the Chip. Buy the 8-day and then see who's playing Friday, and if it's somebody I want to see, buy the day pass for Friday. If it's one I don't give it, you know what about, I'll just whatever. Seeing what the difference in prices off the 8-day versus the 2-week. I mean, if the difference is only like $50 or something like that for the 8-day versus the 2-week, then yeah, buy the 2-week and don't even think about it. If it's less than the initial difference than the day pass is when they first go on sale, just buy the 2-week and be done with it. That way you can go whenever you want. All right, that's enough of that. Regarding next year, I've already reserved my space, put a deposit down at the Pony for next year. The prices at the Pony went up, I think $100 for the back ends, and like $100 for the pull throughs. The wristbands are going from 2 to 2.5, so they went up about 15%, something like that. I think part of that is the fact that it's the 85th, so they're gonna, go a little higher, and then I wouldn't be surprised. Hello. Supposedly they chip sealed this not too long ago, but it's still rough. I cannot wait till they get 6 back open again. That's gonna make life so much easier. Hopefully another couple weeks and they'll have that roundabout done at the south split in Westville. But hopefully, like I was saying, what was I doing? Squirrel. Hopefully they're raising basically 2 years worth of increases for this, for next year, because next year's the 85th, thinking that, it's an anniversary year, so there'll probably be a few more that come, but then for the 86th it won't be, so there won't quite be as many that want to go to that, so they won't jack it up quite as high. As for getting there, I'm leaning towards taking 2 full weeks of work off, starting that last Monday in July, whatever. 27th, 28th, or whatever. And basically, you know, just like this, you get there in 2 days, stop at the casino in Sioux Falls like I did, because I think that's in my honest opinion, that's about as good of a stop-off spot. It's cheap, it's full hookup RV park. Casino means places to eat, places to engage in adult activities. I mean gambling, not strip clubs. I mean, hey, if you're the kind of guy that wants to go to a strip club, hey, God bless you. It's not my personal cup of tea, because a buddy of mine once said it's like going to a strip club is a lot like going to a restaurant where they only let you look at the food but not eat it. Not that at some strip clubs you'd want to sample the yeah, that's enough. Yeah. Kind of weird. It was reading at 60% when I left. Fuel remaining. Now it's down to, I don't know. I know I'm going to need gas at some point today, so. But yeah, so basically get there that Tuesday, whatever that is. The only downside there is with the pony. Your campground admission and RV rental, or RV space rental, is on. It starts on that Thursday, so that would be the 31st, I think, 30th, 31st. Maybe it is 31st. I don't know. Whatever that Thursday is, I'll put the dates somewhere for everything, and maybe a subtitle, or I don't know. But whatever I do, or I might forget and not. But so your rental starts that Thursday. If you buy the rally stuff, you can add extra days on the front end or on the back, and it ends that Sunday. You have to, you check out that Sunday, the Sunday afterwards. So it's like, I think this year goes like the 1st to the 11th or something like that, 1st to 10th, whatever it is. Or actually, it'll be Thursday to 31st. So 31st to like the 9th or 10th or whatever it is. I don't know. You can add extra days on either side, but I think it's $50 a day. I think. Yeah, it's something like that. It's like $50 or $60 a day. To add, and they told me just, you know, beginning of their season, which is like, I think they said you can email anytime after the 1st of the year if you want to add days. You know, you can email at any point, but yeah, I don't know if they have anybody at the campground answer phones. But yeah, during their off season, which, I mean, I think they close October. I think they close either like October 1st or 15th or something like that. Yeah, they're not open as long as our campgrounds are. Speaking of closing campgrounds, I still have to. I drained my fresh tank in my low points yesterday, but I still got to. At some point, I still have to blow out my water lines with just with, you know, compressed air. As for let's the topic, things for next year for Sturgis. Like I said, I might spend 2 full weeks out there this year? I don't know. Of course you would, you bastard. And he was in the flipping left lane and turned right. Yeah, it's not how you do a roundabout there, dude. This one's been here for a while. This one's been here probably 5 years, 7 years. I think it was just before COVID they did that one. So what was I talking about? Oh yeah. So I might do a couple extra days early, get there on that Tuesday, unload, spend the day downtown. Spend that Tuesday downtown most likely, or go, depending on what time I get in. Because I think my plan's going to be pretty similar to what I did this year, where, we'll try to make as good a time the first day out. Second day, wake up, break down camp. The nice thing about that first night is really all I need to hook up is my power. Because I plan on going to somewhere for a football clinic again, like I did this year. Either Indianapolis, Crawfordsville, whatever I can make work time-wise. Possibly even going to a basketball clinic somewhere out of the area, especially if ours is held during the week again, because I will have to go next year. Indiana, you have to go to a sport clinic every other year, but it's to your advantage to go every year, because you get credit for attending 2 meetings when you go. So yeah, so more than likely I'll go either to like Crawfordsville or down to Indianapolis again, depending on exactly where where I go. That'll determine which campground I stay at. If I go to Crawfordsville, I'll be at the one I was at 2 years ago, which was decent. I had no complaints. The one last year was good too. I had no complaints with that one. It gives me the opportunity to basically shake down my camper and da-da-da, and yeah. Sturgis for next year. Yeah, so I'm going to lean towards leaving out that Monday, although, that's probably 50-50. If I do that, then I'm not going to be able to take a, week-long or so trip in this. Which, I mean, it's fine. It's not going to hurt anything, but it's not exactly ideal. Valparaiso Popcorn Fest next weekend. If you're in the area, it's worth checking out. Next Saturday. All the popcorn crap, because I think this is where Orville Redenbacher was born at. I don't know. So popcorn this, popcorn that, popcorn that, yeah, that's great. Anyway, getting back to Sturgis, I'm leaning towards leaving that Monday, which would be like I said, 28th, 27th, whatever it is. Pretty much the same thing I did this year. Get to Sturgis in 2 days, stopping, just outside Sioux Falls, the casino that I did. Either way, if we leave on Wednesday or if we leave on Monday, same thing. A lot is going to be dependent on whether or not, how many guys on my football crew I lose, because I know I'm losing one for sure. The guy who is currently doing the referee spot, he has already basically said he's going to retire, which I don't blame him. My head linesman might retire. I don't know. But yeah, either way, I'll be going somewhere to I'll go somewhere to I'll go somewhere to what was I gonna say? Yeah, I'll go somewhere to a football clinic and kind of shake down the rig. Probably be either Indianapolis or, you know, Crawfordsville. I think next year will be the first year I'll be eligible to work a semi-state in baseball. Not that I have any chance of getting a semi-state. But as far as, yeah, like I said, get to Sturgis, go ahead and unload, get camp set up, and then either go to the powder house right away, with the plan on hitting the powder house at least twice, if not 3 times, or more than likely, depending on what time it is, or planning on getting to, especially if I get on a Tuesday, just spend the evening downtown, have dinner downtown at, you know, the Knuckle or, you know, the Loud American or whatever. Because I wouldn't want to go to, I wouldn't want to go to, I wouldn't want to go to the throttle. I wouldn't want to risk going to the throttle, and not that I don't have any doubt in my mind that I wouldn't drink, because, you know, I'm a responsible, good person here. But why tempt yourself, and go ahead and just yeah, so go ahead and just and the bus doesn't start running until either Thursday or Friday. I can't remember which one. If it starts on the 31st, if it starts on the 1st. But I know I'll get past the rally pass for the bus when it first goes on sale, when they're the cheapest. I think last year, I think for this past year, when they went on sale, they were like $55, $50, something like that. And if you were one of the first, like, 100 people or something to order, you got like a couple drink tickets, or, you know, something. You got something. And those normally go on sale just after St. Patrick's Day. And so that's kind of why I wouldn't want to risk going to the throttle. I don't mind going downtown, because the Steel Pony, they run shuttles to the Iron Horse, and they're free for all the campers. I think they run them even technically before the rally, but, you know, if they don't, well, then that changes my thinking just a little bit. And then if I go early, then Wednesday morning, I'll probably try to spend at Black Hills Harley, checking out all this stuff before it gets crazy. Then go to Deadwood and maybe do Needles and Iron Mountain, and then head to Deadwood, kind of do that before the crowds start getting crazy. thing I like about the Speedo is that you can get, you know, you don't have the standard fuel gauge, but you got a bar for your tack. You got a digital Speedo, and then you get two other pieces of information, either odometer, trip, fuel level, head temp, range, all that good stuff. Running a little over 200 above ambient, which is pretty normal at, you know, 65. It's ambient's like 65 right now, so 65, 68, something like that. And the heads are 275, which is, you know, reasonable. As for, but getting back to, you know, if I go to Sturgis early, you know, Tuesday we'll either go downtown or hit the Powder House. Wednesday we'll probably hit the rally at exit 55 and do that stuff before the crowds get insane. I mean, I know I'm going to go there either Saturday or Sunday as well, just because, you know, this year, Advent, for some reason, Advent wasn't there the whole length. They were only there on the weekend, which is, to me, kind of weird. You spend the money for the site, and then you know, 2 years, or, you know, in 23, they had inventory. Last year, last year they didn't bring any inventory, which is kind of weird. Over the winter, or maybe not over the winter, but, you know, whatever. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and order the light and the Softail adapter. And I want to look at Advan to see if they're clamshell bags, or they're clamshell lights. If they're just stick-on, or if they're you know, how they attach. Because if they're stick-on, I'll just put them on these bags, and yeah, we'll use those too. Alright, let me see if I can fix this. Where's the zipper at? Where's my zipper? Yeah, I don't know where the zipper is. So that would be the plan. Wednesday would be to spend it if I leave early. If I don't leave early, then, you know, we'd leave Wednesday, we'd get there Thursday. But the goal being essentially largely like I did this year, leave, you know, get there, spend a full week plus. Have to leave out. I wouldn't have to. I mean, I could leave Saturday morning. It's just I like building in the extra day. Should something go wrong, I'm not screwed. I got a day to try to arrange, if at worst case scenario, to get on a bus or a flight or something to get home, and I can figure out how to get my truck and my RV later. things I know I want to do differently for next year. Number one is I want to focus less on writing. Now, don't get me wrong. The whole reason you go is the writing. And to be honest, I think that if I was with a group, yeah, I'd be more focused on hanging out. You know, the writing's cool and everything, and it's one of the big draws to the area. But it's not the only draw. You know, there's a reason that Chips, you know, one of their trademarks is the best party anywhere. Just hanging out would be cool. Now that's something I did a lot in the evenings. You know, the neighbors on both sides were really cool. I kind of would like to spend a night at the Thunderdome, especially if they've got somebody playing that I kind of have any interest in seeing. Yeah, last year I was going to go, I think it was a Tuesday, I think it was Jelly Roll Day. Jasmine Kane was at the Thunderdome. And I don't know why, I just didn't go over there. I had absolutely no desire. I don't know who the big get's going to be for the chip this year. Last year, of course, it was Jelly Roll. This year, it could be, who knows. Maybe it'll be Guns N' Roses. Maybe it'll be, who knows. This year, more is going to be focused on just hanging out and spending time with, meeting new friends, meeting new people. I met the neighbors, and they were awesome. I love meeting new people. I got to spend one night with the monk and his crew, and that was cool. Will I get the opportunity to do that again next year? I don't know. I hope I didn't piss them off too much by just kind of, you know, tagging along, but I don't think so. I learned a long time ago, you know, don't assume, but at the same time, if you keep your mouth shut, you know, most people will put up with you. They don't want, there's plenty of people that have, you know, 7-Eleven syndrome. But it was a great time. I kind of want to focus next year, like I said, more on the hanging out part. I know there'll be at least a couple acts I want to see at the Chip, because there always are. There might be somebody playing at the Throttle that I want to see. There were a couple acts there that had me interested, but I never made it up at the Throttle for any of their headliners. As for next year, I mean, I know I'll end up at Devil's Tower again. I might actually go into the Memorial this year. I don't know yet. Or into the, you know, Landmark or whatever it technically is. I know I'll end up at Rushmore, at least if you were a little bit. Maybe go to the visitor center and get, speaking of which, I got to make sure I grab my my niece's present, because I haven't given her it yet, and I just haven't had a chance to see her yet. I'm like, why is it? Oh, I'm in shade. That's why. The fuel light's on too. But this thing, the fuel light comes on at 25%. unlike the old one where it didn't come in until the old one. I don't think it came on until like 10% or 15%, something like that. I'm hoping that it just came out of there and it didn't actually break. Because if it broke, I'm, you know, well, I'm not screwed. It just means I have no jacket to wear. Why are you in dark mode? Or is it because, yeah, it must be because I'm just kind of blocking the shade. Yeah, that's got to be it. It's in my shadow. What's the Lukey want? Lukey, where's your sign at? Lukey has no sign. I mean, I got enough to get back to Valpo. That's not a problem. But yeah, that's my thoughts for next year for Sturgis. I think probably like a 60% chance I spend a full 2 weeks there. I won't make that determination until probably April as to whether or not I'll spend the whole 2 weeks or if I'll just spend a week, you know, 9 days there, 8 days there, whatever it is. Because yeah, it's too far for me by myself to do and just straight through. If I had somebody else driving with me, yeah, it wouldn't be so bad. But you know, maybe stop somewhere and crash for a couple hours or something. But with just me, it's too big of a pain to it's too big of a pain to just run straight through. So it's 1,100 miles. It's 2 days. I mean, the old joke, or not joke, the old saying with RVing is 300 miles and park by 3 o'clock and da-da-da. It's like, I drive a semi. I can drive 10.5 hours. That's not a problem. Alright, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and cut it there. This is probably going to be its own episode. Y'all be safe. Keep that shiny side up, that greasy side down. I'm going to see you guys again after Fat Guy stuffs his face here. Alright, we'll see you guys. For me, it'll be about a half an hour. For you guys, it'll be, you know, probably next week or so. I don't know. Whenever I get the next video up, I'm still kind of going through all the Sturgis footage. I got the street glide test ride up. I got the first 2 days up. I think I'm about halfway done with the third day, and with any luck that'll be up, and the road glide test ride will be up in the next couple days, probably by middle of the week of Labor Day, because that's where we're at. Alright, I'll see you guys in a little later. Alright, now the fun part.